We needed a battery booster for work. We have a fleet of lift trucks, and so from time to time, the batteries on the lift truck may go dead or may need a jump start, maybe to get it to a location where we can charge it. And doing like cable to cable, jumping off two lift trucks or even personal vehicles sometimes takes a little too long. So we wanted to put together this package that we could use at work, or if we have employees' vehicles that need a jump start in the parking lot, that we're not having to run around, look for cables, and that we have something powerful enough to handle that. And we wanted something that could perform in an industrial environment. The products that we kind of ordered and put together were all from NOCO, and I was going to show you each one of those products separately, and I would recommend if you need a kit like this, go ahead and get all the NOCO products. That way you know they all work together and you're going to get the best product for your needs. So the first one we're going to go through, I'll kind of tell you about each product and then we'll go through them individually. Here in the center, that is the jumper box. It's called the GBX75 NOCO Boost X. It's a 2500 amp booster. It is not a battery charger though, so keep that in mind. This is just to boost off or jump start a vehicle. We went with that one. Again, they make different products. The Boost X is more of their extreme line, so that's why we thought we needed that more in an industrial environment. If you need something less, they have more options. They have cheaper options than this one, and I think they have a few more expensive options. So that's the base jump starter that we went with. Over here on this side right here, this is the protective case. The jump starter does come with a few other products in there. Well, I'll go through those in a minute, but we wanted more of a protective case to hold this when we've got it in storage. So we went with the GBC103 protective case, and that's also a NOCO product. And I'm glad that we did, because it's a molded case that this thing fits right inside there. It's actually designed for this charger specifically. And then last but not least, over here on this side is the NOCO U65, and that's a 65 watt USB-C wall charger to charge this up. I'll show you that this does come with a charger, but for our application, we were going to be more using, I would say, a wall charger, and this, when you use their 65 watt charger, this is a fast charger. You can get the full charge in about an hour using their 65 watt charger. If you use something like a 5 amp or 20 amp, you may take 20 hours to charge this thing. So that's why I'd rather go with this plug-in charger. This one, like I said, it comes with the cigarette lighter adapter to charge it, but I just didn't see us using that style of charging. That's why we went with the wall charger there. All right, so kind of going through the GBX75, you're gonna get, of course, the charger in the case. And we'll go through its details there in a minute. You're going to get this soft bag right here. It's nice. It's big enough to hold the charger and the jump starter and the other cables it comes with. You're going to get a USB to USB-C cable. That can be used on the ports on the jump starter itself to power a device if you would like to do that. And then the charger it does come with, it's still in the bag here, is a cigarette lighter style or 12 volt style plug with the USB-C style, which is how you charge the NOCO Boost X. All right, so going through the next piece here, we're going to talk about, say, the molded case here. And this is the, like I said, the GBC103. I've opened the pocket there for you. But you've got a molded space right here where that charger fits in there perfectly. So this is where I would recommend, like I said, the NOCO products to go with it. You've got a little pocket here, and we kind of found that this stuff that comes with the booster fits nice in this area. And I'll show you here, the wall charger actually does fit in this area. Even though it comes in its own case, we're going to leave it in that case. I think we'd rather have it like that. You will be able to zip this up and close this entire thing up with all that in there. So that would be your boost kit ready to go, and then we'll go through each piece separately. So on the NOCO Boost X, you can see these, the first things that kind of probably grab your attention are the clips that go to your battery. And I would say these are very strong springs, very nice. They're not cheaply made. They've got copper ends here, and they're not gonna break. I mean, unless you're really hammering down on these things. They got a nice firm grip on these parts on the sides. They're not coming loose. I don't feel them wiggling around or anything while they're sitting there. You do get, I'll show you a little bit on this user manual that you get. So you're gonna get this user manual, and don't be intimidated by this thing. This thing is pretty thick, but one thing NOCO has done is this is in several languages. You can see all the languages that they've done in here. So all these little tabs here is a different language. For English, you only need to be worried about these first like 3 or 4 pages. And just to kind of flip through that for you, you can see some of the things I was talking to you about a minute ago. There is like an example of the charge times. If you're running a 5-watt charger, you're looking at 20-hour charge time. So that's why we went with, say, the 60. If you do a 60-watt, you're looking at an hour, 1.7 hours charge time. So that's why we went with their 65-watt charger. And then you've got, you can kind of describe your battery levels when we look at the unit. So it's somewhat self-explanatory here, but I'll walk through. If I miss something, you can check out on the NOCO website, or I'll also have some Amazon affiliate links that may describe this a little bit better than me. But easiest thing is you've got the power button right here. And you're gonna get it, it's gonna light up here. We'll go ahead and turn that on so you can see some of the functionality. It's gonna turn white when you're powered up. You're gonna get what your battery level, charge level is on this unit right now. I will do a few functions here, and then I'll also connect it to my battery on this car, my Honda S2000, so you can get an idea. This car actually doesn't need a jump start, but I'm just gonna use it just to show you exactly what it can do. So you have an override function, and that's if you connect these 2 leads, it's gonna count down 60 seconds to give you that time to jump off the vehicle. You're gonna hear a series of clicks in here that as it's telling you, hey, it's time to jump off the vehicle. As it stops clicking, though, this will turn orange to tell you it's like a safety feature. You've left it on too long. You can either restart it by powering it down, powering it back up, you get another 60 seconds, or you can override it. Keep in mind, though, this thing's gonna heat up as you're trying to override because it's not gonna shut it down, self-protect for the 60 seconds. If you've got this thing connected incorrectly, you put the negative cable on positive, positive on negative, you're gonna get a polarity light here. So if you're getting that, you may want to swap your cables around. Most battery terminals are marked properly, but you may be doing it at night, or you may run into something that's wrong with your battery, and you may get that light to come on. Next one there is the cold. Is a series of flashes and steady ons there. I think steady on is telling you you're getting close to the unit being too cold to do anything. And if it's flashing, you're already too cold. You got to stop and warm the unit up. This one is the too hot. If you get that, I think it's the same. It's a steady on for you're getting close to that. And if it's flashing, you're too hot. And then you've got this warning indicator, and there's a series of flashes that it may do. You may want to reference to the manual on exactly everything that is indicating to you, because each flash, I think it's got up to 6 different flashes in a row that let you know what's going on with the unit. When it's charging or in override, you're gonna get this white light comes on. If you press and hold override for 3 seconds, this is telling you it's ready to boost and it's trying to boost. But don't hit that until you're connected to the battery. You don't want to hit override first and then connect. You want to be connected and then hit override. But remember, this doesn't stop. There's no overload protection or anything. It's just going to continuously try to boost that battery. So I'm going to turn that back off. All right, another thing, you've got a little indicator here. This is just some troubleshooting things when you've got something plugged into the ports. There's 2 ports here on the side. If I can move these cables out of the way, I'll show you. One of these this is a USB in and out. So this is USB-C. This is gonna be how you charge the unit. Then you've got a USB, just regular USB out. That's if you're wanting to charge something like a cell phone or anything else. The key to this though is you want to power this unit up if you're going to charge something out of that port, say like your cell phone. The reason is if you plug your phone in first, then power this up, this is actually going to draw power from the device as if you're trying to charge this unit. So keep that in mind if you're wanting to charge a phone or a flashlight or something like that. Power this up, then plug your device in. If you really are wanting to charge this with a device or something like an extra battery pack or something that you may have, you're gonna plug that in first and then power up. All right, another thing, the reason why we went with this unit is because it has an integrated flashlight. You don't know where you're gonna be, when you're gonna need it. You might be outside, maybe in the dark. So there's your flashlight button. I'll try not to blind you with that, but there are several features where there's just a steady on. If you cycle through it, you can get a steady on, you get a medium brightness, low brightness, a series of flash patterns, and I'll try to go through those, let you see what each one does. But there are multiple different flash patterns. This is especially handy if you're outside somewhere, or you need to even use this to let somebody know, hey, be careful, be cautious in this area. So you can see those many different flash patterns. That's I believe that was a 400 lumen light. Some of the lower models don't have that light on it. So that's another reason why we went with this unit as opposed to some of the other units. So real quickly, that's a brief overview. Again, like I said, there's your charging status. And let me kind of show you, I'm gonna connect it to this battery, even though it doesn't need a jump start. I don't think we're gonna harm this vehicle in any way, but so if I can get this in the camera's view. Really, when you do this, have the unit powered off, connect your positive cable, and connect your negative cable. And then you want to power the unit up. You're going to get a series of flashing lights there. If you can see the unit, it's telling you it detected the battery. And now you see when this status light is on, it's now in boost mode. And it's trying to boost the vehicle. And at this time, you should be starting your vehicle. You hear those series of clicks. That click right there is indicating that's still within your 60-second window of when you should be boosting the vehicle. They give you that 60-second window as a protection of the device. They don't want you to overheat the device if it's not necessary. And if your vehicle's not really cranking within that 60-second window, it could be something else. Maybe another cable is loose somewhere, could be a starter cable, anything like that. So it may not necessarily indicate there's a battery problem if you haven't been able to boost. Also check your indicator lights on there because it could be telling you the battery's too low or the cells are dead in the battery and it can't rejuvenate this thing or boost this battery. I want to say in the manual it mentions something about 3 amps. All right, now the unit has timed out of the 60 seconds, and that's what you're going to get when it's done within the 60-second window. So I've got an orange indicator light here, and if I walked up to the unit, that would let me know I've already done 60 seconds, and I'd get to solid here. If you need to repeat that, you can power off and power back on. If you want to, this is the time where you could override that, holding this for 3 seconds. And now it's going to continuously try to do that jump start regardless of the 60-second time window. But again, I would use that sparingly. Something else could be wrong if it hasn't jump started a vehicle within that 60-second window. Once you're jump started, turn this thing off. Don't leave it running while the vehicle has already jump started. So that's nice that you can take it back off. And again, I'll show you that these things clip on really nice. It's got nice little tabs like I was mentioning there. And it sits nice and flush to the sides here. And there's really no way to get it on there wrong. It's nice to kind of wrap the cable around like that. And then going back to that case, why this case was a nice case to have is if you look at how they've molded this case, it is designed kind of like how the cables are wrapped. So you can put that in there nice and neat. Got a nice place to store it. You're going to be able to fit all of your little charging cords that came with the unit. and even that bag, if you want to put these in the bag. The manuals and things will fit in this top portion. And then again, like I mentioned, that 65 watt charger will fit and it will zip. Let me zip that for you. So you can see that it is closed and it will zip closed like that. And then you've got your kit ready. All right, going back to the 65 watt charger, this is what you're gonna get in the 65 watt charger. So no, it's not just a loose connection there where you gotta wonder where's the plug, where's the wire. They actually give you a nice case for that too. Another reason, like I mentioned, why I would go ahead and pick the NOCO products. So if you look, I've already put the US adapter on there, but they have thought of just about everything. The US adapter was in this slot. You've got different adapters and they just slide onto the end of the plug. So you can take this off if you travel with it with this, or you're in another country and you want to use this. You've got the port right there. And again, key advantage to this one is it's only going to take 1.7 hours to charge the entire unit. In here, you got a little bit of an instruction manual and you've got your charging cord. You may have some of this laying around, similar USB-C cords and chargers, but nice to have their stuff. They give it in very nice cases, and you're gonna be prepared, not looking for this stuff. All right, so again, all these products, this is all NOCO products. It's a great product. I would definitely recommend, like I said, the NOCO products, whether you're gonna buy this unit, smaller unit, or a bigger unit. I'll leave some affiliate links in the description below if you would please check those out. Going back over it again though, this is the GBX75 Boost X 2500 amp, the GBC103 case that's made specifically for this charger, and then the NOCO U65 charger on this end here. If this information was useful, please subscribe and share, and that's to the point.